Good morning. Today we talk of Ørsted's experiment. Hans Christian Ørsted of Denmark in 1836 conducted this experiment and is known after his name as Ørsted's experiment. Now, what was the experimental setup? A wire spread in north-south direction. North-south direction. A wire was spread in north-south direction. And a magnetic compass needle was placed below it as shown. A magnetic compass needle was placed below it. This is the north pole of magnetic needle and this is the south pole of magnetic needle. And both wire and compass needle were parallel to each other. After this, he passed an electric current. An electric current was passed through the wire. After making this arrangement, he passed electric current through the wire from north to south direction first. From north to south direction first. And then from south to north direction. And then from south to north direction. He recorded some observations and arrived at certain conclusions. So here I am not going to tell you about the conclusions he arrived at, but we will conduct the experiment ourselves and then draw some conclusions. So let us do the experiment. Let us do the experiment ourselves. This is a conducting wire which is spread from north to south direction. This is compass needle placed under this wire. The compass needle sets itself parallel to the wire. The compass needle sets itself parallel to the wire. That is, whenever a magnet is suspended freely in space, it always sets itself in north-south direction. Now, three cases arise. First case, when no current passes through the conducting wire. So this is a situation. You can see no current is being passed through conducting wire. The compass needle sets itself parallel to the wire in north-south direction. Why it is so? Because there is no other magnetic field in the region. Compass needle sets itself into magnetic meridian. That is, north pole of the compass needle points towards north and south pole points towards south. And second case, we pass current from north to south direction. So look at, this is positive terminal of battery, this is negative terminal of battery, and we pass current now from north to south direction. See, the magnetic needle, north pole of magnetic compass needle deflects towards east and sets itself in northeast direction. See once again, I pass electric current from north to south direction. The north pole of compass needle sets itself in northeast direction. See, Okay, it means, what does it mean? It means that another magnetic field has come into the region which interacts with the magnetic field of compass needle and deflects it in its north pole towards northeast and south pole towards southwest. Now I change the direction of current flow. Now see what happens. Now I am passing current from south to north direction. Now see, the direction of deflection is changed. It has become opposite. Now north pole of the compass needle deflects towards west and the north pole points towards northwest direction and south pole points towards southeast direction. See once again. What does it mean? It means again there is another magnetic field has come into the region due to which the compass needle deflects itself towards west. Then the direction of deflection is opposite. It means the direction of magnetic field which has been produced earlier also has changed. It has become opposite. Now what is the final conclusion? The final conclusion you draw from the observation. We have observed some certain observations that when no current passes through the magnetic compass needle, the compass needle sets itself parallel to the conducting wire in north-south direction. And when current is passed from north to south direction, the compass needle, north pole of compass needle deflects towards east and sets itself in northeast direction. And when current is passed from south to north direction, then the north pole of compass needle deflects towards west and its north pole of compass needle sets itself, points towards northwest direction. What does it mean? You can conclude yourself. However, now we arrive at conclusion that whenever a current is passed through a conductor, a magnetic field is developed around it. Okay, friends, we have seen the Oersted experiment practically. The experimental setup, this is experimental setup. We have seen the conducting wire. We separate from north to south direction. This is east direction, this is west direction. Now, what were the observations that we have made during the experiment? So, we have tabulated those observations here. This is serial number. 3 cases we have discussed when no current flows through conductor. Second case, when current passes from north to south direction. And third case we have seen when current passes from south to north direction. Now what had been the observations? We have seen when there is no current flowing through the conductor, there is no deflection in compass needle. Then what is the conclusion? There is no other magnetic field in the region other than the magnetic field of compass needle. Now also we have seen when current passes from north to south direction, the north pole of compass needle sets itself towards northeast direction. Northeast direction. It means, what does it mean? It means that there is another magnetic field come into region due to which the magnetic compass needle deflects. And in the third case, we have seen when current passes from south to north direction, north pole of compass needle deflects towards northwest direction. Now how northwest direction? You can see here when current passes from south to north, the north pole of compass needle deflects towards northwest direction. This is west direction and this is northwest direction. Now what is the final conclusion? That whenever electric current passes through the conductor, there is magnetic field developed around it. Also we can say the accelerated charge produce magnetic field. Now conclusions of the experiments are: when electric current flows through a conductor, a magnetic field is developed around it. We have seen when current passes from north to south direction, the north pole of compass needle deflects towards northeast direction. And when we pass current from south to north, the north pole of compass needle deflects towards northwest direction. It means whenever current passes through a conductor, there is development of magnetic field. Now how to record the deflection of north pole? There is a Snow rule for it. S for south, N for north, O for over, and W for west. That is, when current flows from south to north over the compass needle, the north pole of compass needle deflects towards west. So this is the Snow rule. You can remember how to find out the direction of deflection of north pole of compass needle in such a situation. The second conclusion is that an accelerated charge produces magnetic field. How we can say accelerated charge produces magnetic field? Because when we apply electric field to the conductor, there is current flow through conductor and electrons move in a direction opposite to the applied electric field, and the electrons experience force, electrostatic force equal to E into E. Where E is charge on an electron, E is applied electric field. Now we know F force is equal to mass into acceleration, so therefore we put E into E is equal to mass into acceleration. So acceleration is equal to charge on an electron E and applied electric field E divided by mass of electron. So charge is accelerated through the conductor whenever we applied electric field or when current passes through the conductor. Now when current passes through the conductor, there is development of magnetic field around it, so it means that accelerated charge produce magnetic field. So we can also say accelerated charge produces magnetic field. Now if magnetic field is produced on passing the electric current through the conductor, then question rises, what is the direction of magnetic lines of force? Now directions of magnetic lines of force is given by Maxwell's right hand grip rule. What is Maxwell's right hand grip rule? It states that hold the conductor in your right hand palm in this way. Hold the conductor in your right hand palm in this way. The thumb indicates direction of flow of conventional current, then fingers indicate direction of magnetic lines of force. Here you see, this is the thumb, the current is flowing from this direction to this direction, and thumb indicates direction of flow of conventional current, then fingers indicate direction of magnetic lines of force. Here you can see the direction of magnetic lines of force. The converse is also true. If fingers indicate direction of conventional current flow, then thumb indicates direction of magnetic lines of force. Here is this solenoid. Current is flowing through the solenoid, going inward, coming outward, going inward, coming outward. In this way, the current is flowing through the solenoid. If you hold this solenoid in your right hand palm in this way, such that finger indicates direction of current flow, conventional current flow, then thumb indicates direction of magnetic lines of force. These are magnetic lines of force produced due to this current flow. Now, after this, we are to solve some problems depending upon this knowledge. There is assignment 1 coming up next. Now, assignment number 1 for first topic. Question number 1, mark the direction of magnetic lines of force in the following cases. First case, here you are given the current flow from A to B, you have to mark direction of magnetic lines of force. Here in the second case, the current is flowing in this direction, so you have to mark direction of magnetic lines of force. Now question number 2, mark the direction of magnetic lines of force at points A and B in the following cases. So is the circuit, current is flowing through the conducting wires. So you have to mark direction of magnetic lines of force at this point A as well as at the point B. At this point A, this point B. Now question number 3 is mark the direction of current flow in the following cases. Here you are given with the direction of magnetic lines of force. Direction of magnetic lines of force, and you are to mark the direction of current flow. So this is your assignment on Oersted experiment. So if you have gained the knowledge properly about the Oersted experiment and the Maxwell's right hand grip rule, you should be able to solve these problems quickly and easily. So this is all about Oersted experiment. I hope you would have enjoyed it. Good luck to you. Next topic will take up Biot and Sievert's law.